Hi all, the topic for this video is antivirals. This topic is divided in 5 parts of the video. In first part we will see introduction of the viruses, that is basics, structure of the virus and types of viruses, and then DNA virus replication. In second part we will see the drugs acting on herpes virus infection. In third part, we will see RNA virus replication and drugs acting on RNA virus, that is influenza. In fourth part, we will see different types of hepatitis and drugs acting on these viruses. And in the last part, we will see about HIV infection and drugs acting on this infection. Do you know what is Baltimore classification of viruses? Or what is tissue tropism of a virus? Or what is productive or abortive viral infection? Let us understand all these in this part of the video. Viruses are the smallest human infectious agent. The diameter of virus is 20 to 300 nanometer. It contains only one type of nucleic acid, either RNA or DNA, which utilizes host cell machinery for replication. And that is the reason why viruses infect human beings. The nucleic acid is covered with a layer of protein called capsid. Capsid is made up of small non-identical proteins called capsomer. Due to this non-identical structure, it is difficult to target capsid by the drugs. Nucleic acid and capsid together is known as nucleocapsid. There is one more layer present in the virus known as envelope, which is not present in all the viruses. It is present only in few viruses. It is generated when the virus is trying to come out of the host cell. The proteins present on cell membrane, host cell membrane, covers the virus and that forms envelope. So we have seen the basic structure of virus cell. Let us understand different morphological structures of virus. First one is helical. We can see how the virus is in the form of helix. Second is polyhedral. There are many flat surfaces of the virus. Third is spherical. And the fourth one is complex. In complex structure, there is virus cell along with few more additional structures which makes the structure of virus complicated. There are many ways to classify viruses. One of the popular way is Baltimore classification. In this classification, viruses are classified based on the nucleic acid that it contains. Here we can see they are classified based on containing DNA or RNA, or else they can be retroviruses which replicate using reverse transcriptase enzyme. Viruses that contain DNA, RNA replicates using DNA or RNA polymerase enzymes. These DNA or RNAs can be of single strand or double strand. If they are single-stranded RNA, they are further classified into positive sense or negative sense RNA. Sometimes positive sense or negative sense are also called sense or nonsense RNA. What's the difference between these two types of RNA strands? The positive sense RNA helps in formation of RNA templates plus viral cell proteins, whereas negative sense RNA helps in formation of only RNA templates and not the viral cell proteins. So this is the basic idea of Baltimore classification of viruses. So we have seen that there are majorly three types of viruses based on nucleic acid: DNA virus, RNA virus, and retrovirus, which we will see in detail in this topic. Here a few examples of these viruses are mentioned. The DNA viruses are herpes virus, varicella zoster, which causes chickenpox, cytomegalovirus, which causes infections in neonates or immunocompromised patients. Papillomavirus causes warts, which is hard skin growth. Human adenovirus, hepatitis B virus, which can cause chronic infection, and variola causing smallpox. The RNA viruses are enterovirus, rhinovirus, hepatitis A virus, which infection is generally not chronic, hepatitis C virus, rubevirus, coronavirus, rabies virus, Ebola virus, which causes fever, which is associated with hemorrhage, and influenza virus. The retrovirus is human immunodeficiency virus. Let us understand the life cycle of DNA virus. It starts with attachment of a virus to the cell surface of a host cell. This attachment is very specific. The viruses can identify specific receptors present on the cell surface and bind to those receptors or cells only. For example, HIV virus can identify CD4 receptors present on the T cell and can attach on these T cells of the immunity system. This specific binding or ability of binding of the viruses to these receptors is also known as tissue tropism of viruses. Next phase in this life cycle is penetration, which means the viruses are getting entry into the host cell. This entry can be in three ways, or there are three mechanisms. First, receptor mediated endocytosis. Second, fusion of the viral envelope with the cell membrane of the host cell. And third, direct penetration of the cell membrane of host cell. After penetration, the next phase is uncoating. In this phase, the genetic material of the virus is released in the host cell. Once uncoating takes place, the virus is no longer infectious now. Now this release can be in two ways. The virus can release only nucleic acid or the whole nucleocapsid, which contains nucleic acid, that is DNA, plus DNA polymerase enzymes. The next phase of this life cycle is eclipse phase, in which viruses are utilizing host cell resources for replication and producing newer viral particles, which are known as virions. In our body, few cells support this replication of virus or eclipse phase, and these cells are known as permissive cells. Infection caused in these cells are known as productive infection because newer viral particles are going to be formed in these cells. In some cases of the cells, those cells do not support this viral replication, which are known as non-permissive cells. In those cells, the infection caused by virus is known as abortive infection because virus cannot produce new viruses. Here we can see in eclipse phase of a productive infection how DNA of the virus is forming newer viral early mRNA. These early mRNAs help in formation of early proteins, for example DNA polymerase. Now in the next step, the late mRNA synthesis is taking place. The late mRNAs will help in formation of viral structural proteins. So now the DNA synthesized using this DNA polymerase enzyme and all the structural proteins synthesized using late mRNAs, all these accumulate in the nucleus of the host cell, and this step is known as condensation. After this, all these structural proteins and nucleic acids synthesized in the host cell assemble together to form new virion particles. This whole phase takes place in few hours to up to more than 3 days, producing more than 1 lakh viral particles. After this formation, the viruses are released from the host cell. In this release, sometimes the host cell machinery is damaged, and that's why the whole cell is damaged. Sometimes the host cell machinery is not altered that much, that and the host cell is surviving even after the infection. So this was all about the life cycle of a DNA virus. Let's solve few MCQs based on the concepts that we have learned till now. Baltimore classification of viruses are based on morphology of viruses, nucleic acid type present in the viruses, host organism in which viruses are causing infection, and type of disease caused by the viruses. The answer is nucleic acid for Baltimore classification, type of nucleic acids, type of host in which viruses are causing infection, like if it is causing infection in plants or animals or human being. So based on that, the classification is done, and that classification is known as Holmes classification. Which of the following best describes tissue tropism of a virus? Ability of different viruses to infect different cell types or tissues and to induce infectious virus production. Ability of same type of viruses to infect different cell types or tissues and to induce infectious virus production. The assembly of viral proteins and nucleic acid to form a viral particle. The release of viral structural proteins and nucleic acids from nucleus. The answer is A, that is ability of different viruses to infect different cell types. Remember, same type of virus cannot bind to different cell types because different cells will be having different receptors, and one type of virus can identify one type of receptor present on similar type of cells, which is known as tissue tropism. Which of the following is not true about viral replication process? Cells that can support viral reproduction are called permissive. Cells that cannot support viral reproduction are called non-permissive. Permissive cells inhibit productive infection. Non-permissive cells result in abortive infection. The correct answer is C, that is permissive cells inhibit productive infection. It is actually causing productive infection where one viral particle is replicating and forming many newer viruses. Which of the following virus is containing DNA as their genetic material? Hepatitis A, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, none of the above. The answer is hepatitis B, which contains DNA as genetic material. Hepatitis A and C contains viruses contain RNA as their genetic material. Thanks for watching this video. Watch next part of this topic for drugs acting on DNA viral infections.